And so relevant.
And we're going live with that. That's exactly how to do it, with you two dry heaving and me staring blankly into nothing. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Hi. How you doing? You alright? You all good? Had a good week? Because this is Season 2, Episode 39 of the Game 1 Player South. And coming up tonight, trophies, good news, and maybe a ramble.
And a draft.
Yeah. And our draft too, yeah.
Yeah, I've got you guys beat. I may have lost the popular vote, but I won the obviously the real vote. And let's be honest, the only person who really matters is what Kim's opinion was on it.
Whoa, hey.
Whoa,
way to discredit literally everyone in our audience.
Yeah.
Well, Kim's the patron.
She is. Her vote does sway more, but
right. So I'm super excited. I feel that I've got this one very in the bag because I've got some deep cuts, some deep cuts.
I've just seen the last movement of the draft results for last week.
We should. All right. So we'll start off with announcements like we have been doing. Show announcements. Number 1. Hi, we're on Spotify now. Thank you to the 5 people who listen to the show on Spotify. That's really awesome. We really like it. If you like Spotify and listening to audio versions of the show, I can guarantee you that it will normally be out sometime around Sundays on Spotify. If not, you can find it where all your other podcast listening is normally found. Except for YouTube, because... Well, no, now on YouTube too, because I have the audio posting to YouTube. It's just posts everywhere. We're even on Tumblr. Surprise.
So we're just spreading out around the world until our domination of the world is complete. But yeah, so the other big news is I'm going to be in the Scottish Sun. Okay, it is a tabloid. I know, the publicity, eh? And in fact, we, as in James Atkinson up there, Hurgleman up there, and myself, Lardteamaker, aka Will McKellar, are all going to be in the Scottish Sun on Sunday as a spotlight, mainly of my stream, but the podcast is there.
Yeah, we're mentioned. Obviously, Will is the face of the stream. That much is obvious.
It's a bad face, I'll grant you. But I'm still face.
I've seen worse. Yarp.
See, so yeah, it's been pretty good news all round in terms of personal, Tig Whippy stuff.
Yeah. So once again, thank you for joining us. If you're live here, great. We love you, FamFox. Thank you for the raid as always. See, you said the raid was early. I dare say it was right on time, because usually I'll let the intro go for a little bit, but your raid gave me the internal chronometer to start the show.
You just went boom. There you go. And we may or may not have a guest on with us tonight, depending what time she gets in and how long we last with the podcast.
Also, to end her technical difficulties, because last week it wasn't ours. For once.
No, but it was a router issue.
I mean, I did also forget to press the record button, so I had to get it off the physical download of the thing. Luckily, we don't play music during these, so there wasn't anything censored out. Also, apparently tonight after the show, I will be recording a voice-acted SOS for a friend of mine's Call of Cthulhu one-shot he's running.
Ooh.
I'm going to ask my co-hosts if they wouldn't mind being screaming sailors in the background.
Well, I'll try, but, depending how late it is.
You don't have to be loud. If not, I can get Chris and Kara to do it. Pretty much, that's exactly. So, yeah.
On tonight's show.
Let's go into the news.
It's one bit of news I really looked at. I mean, there is some we could discuss, and having Letitia on would have been better for this bit, the other bit of news. But there is a pub in England that pays a £30 bar tab for beating Fortnite while you're there. So if you win at Fortnite, you get drinks.
Well, I was going to say, the bar pays at least £30. I imagine that other people are also probably going to buy you drinks. too. I mean, that's kind of like hitting a hole in one.
Yeah, it really is at this stage. It's like I looked at the picture and I thought, hang on, is that loading? And then I had to really read the article because it was like it's a pub in Huddersfield that offers this. The place is a student pub called the Warehouse.
Of course, it would be called something like that.
Student pub. He's had about 300 games so far, but only 2 wins. Really?
So is this company the new like eating challenge? Instead of like come here and eat this ridiculous. I mean, it's healthier, depending on what politician you talk to. But it sounds like it's a yeah.
I know the little ramen place that I go to every Wednesday, every other Wednesday. They do a game challenge thing. One of them was get to the negative world on Mario. I think the last one was to beat a certain level on the classic Ninja Gaiden without using like any extra items.
I know sometimes loading does little challenge bits where if a team wins the esports of Overwatch, they buy everyone a round of drinks, which can get expensive for poor Jimmy. For people in the chat, it's probably not where they are because FemFox says we have a pub called the Warehouse and it's a shithole.
I'll be right back. I gotta close my door so people don't hear me yelling more than usual.
No worries. You'll be
enjoy the
James
happy
is AFK.
enjoy the happy bunny chair.
Respect and pray towards the chair lords. But yeah, so Bill and the Ages have a place called the Warehouse, but nobody knows how to get there. There's no directions.
I mean, there's plenty of warehouses near where I live, but that's also because it's an old, depressed mill town, so there's nobody working the mills anymore.
But then again, you can't have someone come back to your house and go, "There's trouble at Tip Mill." So, yeah. Balance is out, I guess.
I just looked. There's not a whole lot. I mean, Sea of Thieves came out, and
Troubles at the launch, and people are saying, "Well, it's all right for what's in there," but then when you've done with that, there's nothing in there, and probably won't have the legs.
Yeah, they said. I think most people are saying that like it's a tenth of a game.
Yeah. Which.
And you should play with friends.
To me, with my thoughts, I'm like, seems I dodged a bullet there.
So let me think about it here. It's a massive game. You're supposed to play with friends, but you're on ships going to different islands doing different challenges. When was the last hugely open, overhyped game that involves ships? Am I going down a road here?
No Man Sees.
No Man Sees?
Mm-hmm. No Man Sees.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, Reese, I saw that you're streaming Ni no Kuni too. I will also be streaming that as well. So they can watch in tandem.
Nice. FemFox is like saying, how did a way out sneak out so quietly? It's like, yeah, that's a good point because it just suddenly
because of the Oscars.
Yeah.
I was like, it's out this week? Bloody hell. I haven't got it yet because Vicky, a friend of ours, she's saying that when she's played it with her brother, I can join in via the co-op bit online where I don't have to own a copy, just to see what it's like. Can you shut your curtain? Oh, Michael. Okay, I'll see. Let's see what that comes across. Okay, there we go. There you go. Fuck the Oscars. Kind of fuck my game with marketing. Yeah. It's like so it's really like that was a Halo bit, wasn't it? But yeah, so A Way Out. I'm interested to see how it plays. It's not too long from what I'm hearing, so it might be like a day game or a couple of hours. But yeah, so yeah, it's been a really good week for games that have just sort of snuck up on us.
Yeah, Ni no Kuni came out like today. Which
I know Gio was hyping it, but I thought it was like a couple of weeks down the line.
And it's come out now, and it has been delayed. It's been delayed till today. I mean, come on, it's an RPG from level 5 that also has the art direction of freaking Studio Ghibli. How is this bad?
I'll be back in just a second.
I want the remaster of the first one. I really do want it, because that way I can play it and try and finish it this time. Rather than just farming PS3 back up and playing it that way.
Kim, I can understand what you were talking about with the X-Bone game. We tried to give away Halo 5 for like a year on this show. It was getting to the point where just like if anybody was like, if say a word in chat and we will give you Halo 5, and people were still not taking Halo 5. Yeah, who doesn't like Studio Ghibli? Like, really? It's
hit or miss. Don't really care for him.
Yeah, but it's the Studio Ghibli art direction.
Yeah,
you don't hate him, do you?
I don't particularly care for it. Given the choice of watching it or not watching it, I'd choose not to watch it.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, I love Princess Mononoke as a movie. I think it's one of their best pieces of work.
I would agree. Yeah.
And also, I want, before we go into the other big fit, I was talking to Chris about before the show, but wait, trying to pad it out to see if it turns up or not.
The big one, the big news.
Yeah, but there was a video on YouTube from Xbox On saying about their latest store deals, and one of them was Dragon Age 1 and Dragon Age 2. Now, from the way that Lydia made it sounded like Dragon Age 2 was coming backwards compatible onto the Xbox One. I haven't seen it on the store. So I'm just wondering, one, if they made a mistake, or two, did I read it wrong? Or three, does anybody know where it is, if it is on the store? Because I'm looking for it. Because £3.74 for that, I'll take it. I'll buy that.
I bought Assassin's Creed Origin this weekend because of the Ubisoft sale.
Nice.
So I paid retail, right? $59.99 for the Super Deluxe version. So I got all the DLC.
Well, sweet.
I thought that was fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Really, really good game.
Also, I had good news come my way, so I was nice to myself.
Yeah, it's always nice, isn't it, to do that?
Daniel, thanks for following, man. We would say something really nice or catchphrasey, but we haven't come up with one yet. You figured after 179 we'd do that.
So
Pants are
thank you
optional.
for the follow. I think you're really cool.
I think that's our best catchphrase. Is pants are optional.
No, it's context.
Context optional.
Context is optional. Context optional.
I forget.
What can I
who's wearing the
expect?
pants is irrelevant.
Randomness. He's asking.
What do you want? We're kind of beholden to chat. We'd like to talk about video games. Will tries to keep us on track. I tend to tangent.
Which leads me to tangent.
Which leads Chris to tangent. We kind of enable each other to tangent.
It's really terrible.
Really...
He's an enabler. It's really, it's a problem. We've been working on it. No, we haven't. We've been making it worse.
Oh boy, here comes the bits wars. We like it. Thank you.
Oh boy.
Bring forth the bits.
There's also thinly veiled shots at various politicians. I will maybe say something relatively unsensitive about somebody's culture.
And then I will play devil's advocate for pretty much everything.
Yep. That's about it. That's about the show in the nutshell.
In a nut hell?
Great.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Well, we love talking about the positivity of video games, and we'll definitely do that. Just don't ever get us talking about EA, because that's a rabbit hole that just goes down really bad.
EA microtransactions.
Let me slap this here. So here's a nutshell explanation of EA. Art teams, great. Concept teams, fantastic. The bankers, nah.
Yeah, bankers and shareholders. Asshole.
That's where everything goes. Where literally everything goes wrong.
Now, but where we're about to go wrong now, buckle in, people. This is not,
Are we doing the draft?
No, not yet.
No. This is big news.
This is the big one. Now, today I woke up and I was on Twitter, looking around at usual stuff. And I saw my friend Kate going off on one. And I call it going off on one because she was angry. It was quite about the lack of diversity and lack of female journalists, in the games industry. And one of the things she brought up was there's only one female journalist, sorry, it's a lady journalist in the game in Eurogamer's website, and that's Aoife Wilson. And they came on later on in the day saying, yeah, we've heard this and we should do more, blah blah blah. And it kind of got us thinking and talking. It's like, okay, that's fair enough. There should be more. Should be more ladies in the gaming industry, in terms of journalism, in terms of websites. We get this.
The majority of them play games now, anyways.
Yes. So, but here's the thought: with the people that are currently employed at said websites, are they there because they're talented and and good for the job, good for the role? Or is it because it doesn't really it doesn't seem like it's malicious that they've done this, It just seems like the skill set at the time of people that apply for it is mostly white bearded males.
Are we
That's
saying
fine. Like,
it is essential.
That's not a problem. That's not really a problem. Like, if the people you hire just happen to be that's not a big deal. Now, again, it comes down to, like, if there was any level of malicious intent or anything like that. But for Eurogamer, it sounds more so along the lines of people they know and trust. Like, people they personally know and trust. So it's...
Fem just said, and Alice Bell. Now, Alice Bell I know. I am kind of friends with. I've spoken to her a few times. I got to hang out with her at the last MTV Awards that was there, because she won an award for Video Gamer at the time. And she went, "Do you want to hold the award?" I was like, "Okay," because it's bloody heavy. And I'm like, Jesus. So she's a good lady, and also one hell of a good person. But she's saying that Alice Bell brings us up a lot, and it has said that they just don't apply most of the time, and that's the thing. Now, one of the things that Kate mentioned on Twitter was she quit the games industry, in terms of media industry, because of how she felt. She felt pressured. There wasn't enough, as many women that should be there. And so she said she quit. And it's like, well, I can see that it's harder for ladies to jump in, because obviously trolls and assholes giving them shit.
Also, it's a boys' club.
That's what the old boys' network, and it's not being that. It's the only way to change that is by getting more and more and more and more and more and more and more people, more and more ladies into it.
I think I look at it this way. It's the way it is now because a lot of the journalists who have come about this grew up in kind of the 90s, early 2000s gaming culture. That has been a major shift now into the mobile culture, and gaming is a lot more accessible to a lot more people. So I feel that in at least another maybe 5-10 years, you're going to start to see a shift into more equality, because those people who are now being influenced by games that are coming out currently are going to be positioning themselves and getting into roles and getting into the industry, and only helping improving the industry and getting into better roles because they are better candidates for those jobs. So much with anything, people are going to age out, people are going to get older and move on, and then they're going to have people who make sense for the industry to make sense and come into them. I mean, I guess one of my favorite video game communication shows, because I don't really want to say that they were editors or writers or anything, was it was on Tech TV. It was Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb, and they constantly reviewed games, and I loved that show. I can't think of it right now for the life of me.
It was on G4 before, then the channel, right?
Yeah, it was Tech TV, then G4.
I can't remember the name of the show. Something. Was it Attack of the Show? I don't think it was.
No, that was the Olivia Munn, Kevin Pereira one.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
I just remember that Adam Stussler pretty much showed up on everything on that channel eventually.
Well, that's because he was an executive producer at that point. And to be honest,
Precisely.
he brought in the money. He was one of the few people who I actually trusted to review, to tell me about game reviews, because he was like a really intelligent and they weren't beholden to the people who gave them the games, which I was very happy about. I remember specifically remember him saying, "I would rather X-Play." Thank you, Reese. X-Play. I specifically remember him saying, "I would rather suck on a urinal puck than play this game again."
And I think that's the thing. It's like the more people are talented enough to come through, it doesn't matter gender or even race. The more that gender comes through, yeah, as long as you're good at what you do, as long as you have talent there, then that should shine the biggest part of it.
Mm-hmm. And that will come through as more people get involved in a thing. You'll start to see the talent shift its way in and work their way into it. And
because as the old adage is, cream will always rise to the top.
I can tell you after the 2 or 3 weeks that I just had, yes, that is very much true. I can tell you there's been some interesting things going on, and now we're that. So the right people will get into the right positions eventually.
May just take time.
It just may take time for the right people to get into those positions, because they need to make themselves the right person for that job, and the right person who's going to help break those barriers may be somebody who's just starting to pick up a Switch and play. And I'm excited to see where those people are going to be.
Well, we're getting old.
So this is a message to anyone out listening now, in the future, anything else. If you guys want to write about video games, just start. Like the old thing, just start writing, make your own little blog, and if you want to do it for a big group, just write what you want now, and then use that for your portfolio. Just start.
I mean, heck, we're three.
And you'll find your voice. You'll get better. Even if you feel like you can't write, even if you feel like you can't write, you can drop something down, and then you can work on it later and figure it out later.
Or you can vlog about it. If you feel that you're a better talker than a writer, talk to a screen. Heck, I'm not a good writer. I'm a way better orator than I am a writer. I have that writer's block thing where it sounds great in my head, and then my hand hits a pen, and then diarrhea. Just straight diarrhea.
The amount of times Ed came back to me after I did a review for Gamer Chat and having to rewrite certain bits because I screwed up royally. It's like, I don't, it's not my talent area.
That's why we don't write reviews. We're on air talent. We're good at react.
We have a website. People want to
we have a website. We have a website. We have a Patreon. We have a Twitter. We have a Facebook. We have a YouTube. You should follow all of them. I'm not shamelessly plugging during a bit about females in the gaming workplace. No, that would be horrible.
But I mean, again, it doesn't matter who you are. If you want to start, I keep wording things really, really poorly.
Fam, you do know I'm going to get you on the show eventually, right? It's going to happen.
And also,
Will will wear you down because he's polite in English, and that's why we sick him on everybody. But if need be, I will get involved, and I am the crass American.
It's the same with Daniel with what he's talking about in the chat. It's like, well, like myself, I have spoken about my illness a lot because I like it being open. I like being aware.
We've done charities because of your illness.
Exactly. But with what Daniel was saying in chat,
Fam, I can't fight you unless you come on the show.
if it's not showing physically, and you feel you don't need to tell people about it, don't.
Do whatever's about you, man.
You do you. We don't judge. Hell, I say I make fun of everything because I believe everything should be made fun of. That there really isn't any filter. There are some subjects that I won't touch because they are too touchy, but Like how Will
Those
could
are the
only
ones
get it.
I'm willing to touch.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm a terrible person, and I just like causing problems. That's it.
We like watching Will sweat.
Gator.
Yeah,
We can see like Will when he starts shifting, his eyes start shifting back and forth, and he's looking down. It's just like we're getting this into a situation where Will's about to go like, we need to get him a mute button. Where like eventually he can just mute me and you and be like, okay. No.
So a better analog is or analogy would be that Will is a rubber band and James and I are two toddlers.
yeah.
And that could be a very good analogy for both like Will, like the English and us being Americans. Just we've got this new thing, we want to play with it. I'll just stretch about and let you have your temper tantrum.
Come on.
He says, "Go on, just have your moments, have your 5 minutes." Right, lads, we need to get back on this. But yeah, no, it's a case of, and the one thing that my dad always used to say, one piece of advice is like for this sort of stuff is like, if you be you, other people don't like it, that's their problem. It's
Yeah.
not yours. Okay.
And also, I will also say this: if you want to start writing about video games, we will do it. And if you want to bring it to us, we can't pay you. We can give you we can give you a little bit of promotion. That's about what we can do, but we can offer you that because we're really happy to have anybody come on this show. Heck,
If we really like it, we will even offer a platform, which is the website.
yep. At the least we'll give you a shout out and tell people where they can go and find it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Daniel, I completely understand it. That's a great thing. We do 2 charity streams a year on this channel. One for Special Effect in the UK, and then one for usually a charity somewhere in the United States. Last year it was Extra Life, which last year was Hartford Children's Hospital. So we will go out of our way to raise money for charities than we will do for ourselves because we feel that it's better to do that. And
Speaking of which, right, for this year, I'm going to put a target down for this year's Extra Life with our split 3 ways of $2,000. Okay, because I'm going to make this our page up for Extra Life after I'm back from the BAFTAs and rest.
okay.
So in April, that bit's going to go up between the 3 of us.
When is Extra
And
Life? It's
here-
November, right?
November 5th, November 5th. So we start at November 3rd for myself. Then one of you guys take over for 4th, and one of the other takes over for the 5th. For the
I
8
will be
hours.
able to have weekends off, so I will be able to do one of those days.
We should modify it. Let me take the 3rd.
And me do the Sunday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Or any other order of that. Just I want the 3rd.
Fair. I think well then I will take the 4th because then Will can just do the Sunday service into whatever he's playing.
The extended Sunday service.
So they
Because then
finalized.
all of
nailed
you
it.
can give me a birthday present, and that is a donation to our charity stream.
And here's the thing, though: if we hit the $2,000,
Panda suit.
fantasy not for me, but for you two, as Michael suggested.
Oh,
Well,
someone will have to send me a panda suit.
I've got one here. I can send it to you.
I'll
Sure.
buy him a new panda suit. Thank you.
Okay. I'd wash it first.
I'm sure. But I would.
Sweat.
Oh boy! So there you go, $2,000, and me and Chris wear panda suits. I think it's time for the draft. Do you guys think
It
it's
is.
time for the draft?
It is time for the draft.
Okay.
I gotta open up my.
I've already got mine pulled up. I'm super excited. I got some deep cuts here.
Where did I put it? Passing pictures.
So everybody, while they're pulling up their note files, I will tell you about the draft. So this is something that we knew that we've started as of last week. We think it went over pretty well. But this is a draft that we're doing where we give ourselves guidelines to make ridiculous claims about things. Mainly last week's was we needed to create an F1 team based on everybody's everybody's every video game character. Now, I lost horribly with 1 vote. Chris had 3 and Will had 4. So Chris's team, which is the bicycle made for Doom, won with his mechanic being Maxwell from Scribblenauts, his driver being Goku, his other driver being Doom Guy from Doom 1 and 2, and then his manager being Nega Siren from Dota 2. So congratulations, Chris. I think what we will do, and I will pose it to you, my fellow co-host, is that as with any draft, the loser gets to pick first. As in the team with the worst record gets to pick first, and then the winner gets to pick last. And as always, we will do a serpentine pattern, which is 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, until we're over the way done. Have we confused you yet? Good. You're all gamers. You should understand this. You've at least played a version of Madden and or Football Manager somewhere in your life. I assume that you understand how a regular drafting system works. This week, we have a doozy for you. This week, we have all made a total of 5 picks for, drumroll please, boy bands. We have drafted boy bands from fighting game franchises, and specifically fighting game franchises that were fighting games first before any other media. So those Naruto Shippudens, those Dragon Ball Z fighting games don't count. They're anime first. So we're talking Street Fighter, Soul Caliburs, Mighty Roar, the works. And like with anything in the draft, when you pick it, it comes off the board. That character comes off, and nobody else can choose that. Now, it's going to be fun. So we're starting this. I have gotten first pick, apparently, because I sucked the worst last week. So thank you, everybody, for at least giving me first pick. I appreciate this. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I drafted, I also listed what version of the game I pulled from. Yeah, so... Because
I didn't, mostly because they all blend together, and I've played a couple versions, so I'm just kind of like...
No, I specifically chose mine based off the version of the game. Granted, if you guys choose one of my characters, I still can't use that character because it comes from the series. But I have certain members of the characters in mind.
Now,
Okay.
a couple of mine are not exactly bog standard fighting games. One of the things we talked about last week was
fine. That's fine. But that being said, I have first pick.
Yep.
And I'm going with my bad boy.
Okay.
And my bad boy... so the 5 categories, we should probably explain. The 5 categories are Bad Boy, Babyface, Rico Suave, the Suave one, the Meet the Parents one, and the Goofball of our boy bands. So we have all 5. I'm choosing my bad boy first. And my bad boy is Guile from Street Fighter. But specifically, Guile from the Street Fighter the movie video game. So is Guile as played by Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Okay.
Okay.
That is my bad boy. Jean-Claude Van Damme
Booga.
playing Guile as my bad boy.
Okay.
So Will is next to pick. The floor is yours.
It's Chris next because he was second. Because I was the one.
No. If you look at the final rankings as of right now, oh yeah, Chris is next. That's right, Chris is next.
Okay. So I'm going to go with my Meet the Parents,
Okay.
and it's going to be Martial Law from Tekken.
Okay.
Because he owns a dojo, and if I recall, he was also a cop in Tekken 3.
Yep. By the way, we all chose male characters, right? Or male-ish characters, because I believe that was the stipulation since this is a boy band.
Yes.
Male characters, yes.
Yeah. And I say male-ish because, gender is a spectrum, and we'll take most... Perfect. All right, Will.
I'm going to go with Goofball.
Okay.
To start with. And I'm going to go with Yoshimitsu.
Yep.
Oh.
From which
Yeah.
game?
Soul Calibur.
Okay, because remember, he was in 2 fighting games.
Yes, he was. Yeah, because he was in Tekken as well, wasn't he? As a
Tekken.
crossover.
He was in Tekken, yes.
But yeah, Soul Calibur or Soul Blade, as it was called. Over here, the first one.
All right, and then what's your next pick?
And my boy band's name before I've written my next pick is called "Here Comes the Boom Ladies."
Here comes the Boom Ladies. Okay.
Right, so Babyface. Now I had to change this because someone picked Guile.
The best Guile, by the way.
Yes. So I'm going to change one of my picks. I've got a couple here, and I'm going to pick Solid Snake as the Babyface
Okay.
from PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale.
So you're not going with the Super Smash Brothers version.
No.
Okay. All right. I'm down. Chris.
All right. I'm gonna have to go with my my suave one, which is Raphael from Soul Calibur 3 or 4.
Okay. All right. I am. That's good. Raphael was very suave, and his forward lunging triangle attack was 9 unbeatable. I remember that. So now it is my turn.
Yeah.
And oh boy, do I have some for you. I'm going to go first with my Rico Suave. I'm choosing M. Bison. But specifically M. Bison from the Street Fighter movie game as played by Raul Julia. Of course! Because you remember that Chun-Li scene where he was walking in that deep cut velvet thing. And remember, these are Street Fighter characters, but they are animated by the actors who played them in that movie. So M. Bison, as played by Raul Julia from Street Fighter, the movie game.
And again, James, I call you a git.
Why? Because I took another one for... And I'm about to blow other people's minds now. My babyface is Bridget from Guilty Gear.
Oh, fuck. It's okay. It's all right. I forgot his name right now, but I have a
It can
backup.
be the same game. It can be the same game, just different character for him. So that's not a cheat.
Yeah, it just can't be we can choose different characters, but it can't be like, so if we'll, like, obviously I just took Bridget off of Chris's list because he can't choose it. But yes, Bridget is my babyface. And that leads us back to Chris.
All right, hold on. I gotta get his name because I forgot what it was because I didn't write it down. I had it in mind. Elliot, for my baby face, from Dead or Alive.
Nice. James is completely distracted. Did you hear that one, James?
Elliot? From what?
Dead or Alive.
Elliot? Very good choice. I looked at some of the Dead or Alives, but I couldn't choose one.
All right, you boogers. Right, I'm gonna have to get the suave one out of the way now, and I'll go with Johnny Cage from Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a film star, good looks. Once he puts a suit on, has to be the suave. So that's that one, and the bad boy, which was going to be M. Bison. So I had to do a quick audible and go with Sagat.
Okay. Sagat.
Yeah. From Street Fighter 2. So back to you, Chris.
All right. I'm going to go with my, let's see, my bad boy. I'll go with Beowulf from Skullgirls.
Oh, okay.
You monster.
So I get to round out my 2 draft picks, and I have to say, I am so very excited that you two did not get either one of these. I get to round out my boy band exactly the way as it should be. I will go next with my goofball. which of course, from Soul Calibur, is Voldo. Because the man is just wrapped in S&M claws and just is a freak on a leash. So he's goofy as all hell. So, Voldo is my goofball. And finally, my Meet the Parents. From Tekken, Kuma 2, the bear. Because he is not only a bodyguard, but he is also a lovable bear who is in love with a panda.
No.
So
Yeah, because then you go by try giving the panda flowers.
exactly. So what's they bring home a bear. He's a cuddly bear. And he's also protecting your daughter, because who's going to want to mess with your daughter when she's being followed around by a bear? Am I right? And you also know that he's like not into her as a species kind of a thing, so there's nothing to worry about there. Bodyguard protecting bear. So Kuma 2 from Tekken is my Meet the Parents one. And thus is my boy band.
Oh, I see. Huh. Well, I gotta round off the end of my boy band with good old-fashioned goofball. And, I'm gonna play a little strong on this one. Mine is not only a goof, but also a ball. And that is Dr. N from Dive Kick.
That's a deep cut. That is a deep cut.
So my full board here is Elliot the Babyface, Raphael the Suave One, Law as the Meet the Parents, Beowulf as the Bad Boy, and Dr. N as the Goofball.
And so, okay, so my Meet the Parents. Now, it depends how I have my, my boy band set up, because you normally have one that stands in the background, sort of posing, maybe not singing often.
That's the bad boy.
But the Meet the Parents one is like kind of really, really sort of cute. So, my pick is going to be Sackboy. Again, PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, because he's one of the cutest things that you would send to meet your parents, wouldn't you? Because your parents would look at him and they would want to take care of him.
But is he a giant bear that can protect your daughter?
Hey, he's saved the world a couple of times.
So has Kuma. And his father, so it's lineage.
So so has Law.
So has Law. Like I said, they're all good picks. So Will, what's your board?
So my board is this. It's for the Suave, it's Johnny Cage. For the babyface, it's Solid Snake. For the bad boy, it's Sagat. For Meet the Parents, it's Sackboy. And for the goofball, it's Yoshimitsu. For Here Comes the Boom, ladies.
Okay. And so obviously that leaves my team, which is for the bad boy, Guile, as played by Jean-Claude Van Damme in the Street Fighter movie game. The babyface, Bridget from Guilty Gear, because reasons. The Rico Suave, M. Bison by Raul, as played by Raul Julia from Street Fighter the movie game. Meet the Parents, Kuma 2 from Tekken. And my goofball is Voldo from Soul Calibur. Because, let's be honest.
Now, on Discord, we will get you once again in the weekly Royale to pick which is better.
You get to choose. And you get to choose the draft order for next week. And you all get to do one of two things now, if you so choose. One, in that Discord chat, you can put your own list. Tell us what you think. Who do you pick? And by the way, you don't have to be limited by the rules of who we picked. If you want to double down on who we picked, that's fine. We get that.
Yeah.
We only place these limits on ourselves to make it more difficult for each other in co-hosting. Because ultimately, us swearing when one of our picks gets taken is the humor glue that makes this segment work. The other thing that you can do, if you so choose, is to post a topic for a draft. If we all enjoy it and it is discussed enough, we may choose your topic for that draft. and do it. You can stick limitations on us. We do wish that you keep things towards the video game spectrum. But at that being said, we don't mind crossing media if they somehow are involved in video games. For instance, who would you want to be? Which popular media character would you like to be a GTA protagonist? Obviously, the right question is John Wick, because John Wick.
I mean, realistically, any of the heist crew.
Well, no, they were talking like media as in movie characters would be a good GTA lead.
Yeah,
John Wick. Basically, John Wick in any situation is good.
Anyone in the heist crew, because the heist crew has their own web series.
True, they do.
Dirty Harry.
Dirty Harry would make one. Bad Cop. Oh, yeah. See, this stuff writes itself. But we want you guys to give us the limitations to make it difficult.
Yeah.
It also has to be like relatively like doable, but we reserve the final right to veto anything. Because ultimately, we're the ones who have to get up in front of people and spout these things. So,
yeah.
Chris will be posting this soon. You'll be able to vote by clicking on whose favorite name you want to click on. Obviously, it's
I'm gonna need you guys to send me the stuff.
I've already got mine. I've got it ready to copy and paste to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send it in admin Discord because we have one of those. Surprise! But you all get to decide who wins and who gets last pick, and who gets first pick. So Chris right now is winning, 1-0.
I'm also losing a ranked game of Dota 2 right now.
That's too bad. So speaking of that, Chris, what have you played this week?
I played some Dota 2. Played a lot of Dota 2. I don't know why. I've been doing it. I'm also priming myself to play some Stalker for streams soon, because as per the usual late winter, I went on hiatus and I'm on my way back. Things are prepping for more content to arrive. So stay tuned, friends. I will not be disappeared forever. Tonight. Tonight I stream once more.
Oh. I guess I'll have to hold off on Ni no Kuni then.
We do our usual post thing-a-do. For Heroes, I think I would like to continue.
Okay.
And we'll do that as a thing.
Yeah, so we'll be playing Heroes of the Storm after the stream. This time with audio.
This time with audio.
That was a great 2-hour stream with no audio, both from game or me, Mike. That was I've just played this without anything. By the way, there's one positive about that. Can export it to YouTube and not get it content flagged.
That's true. It's very true.
Very true. 10 out of 10. No content flags.
15 out of probably 3.
Yes.
That's about how high YouTube goes these days.
Mm-hmm.
One for each strike you have.
Exactly. How many strikes do we have? We don't know. We haven't looked. Is the channel still up? I still see videos posting, so I'm assuming
I have no
it is.
idea.
Yeah, the video still go. The channel still up. We're almost at 6,500 views.
YouTube, or as we like to call it, the Tigwhoopies archive. Want to see shit that we've done in the past? Go to YouTube. Want to see stuff that we care about? Come here on Twitch or listen to us on Spotify or iTunes or wherever you get your local podcasts. Did I just do that again? I apologize, Chris. You should also talk about other things you've played.
No, that's fine. We're all open for tangents, and I was just in a really intense fight that has determined that we lose definitively. So that was exactly enough time.
Glad I could help.
Yeah, no, it's all good. So I've played that. I played a little bit of Heroes of the Storm, played a little bit of StarCraft the other night. I also picked up Simulacrum.
Okay.
And mostly because I wanted to go and explore the endings and poke around in the game itself. I did watch someone play through it, so like all of the charm of it is gone already. So that's a small unfortunate thing, but yeah, I have a few other games for the streaming. I have one that I will be doing after we play a few games of Heroes of the Storm. Let's see, what was it called? Hello Charlotte, I believe it was. Hello Charlotte, yeah, Hello Charlotte, which is a pixelated horror game. I believe it's psychological horror, so that's a thing. And then I will begin working towards Stalker.
Stalker,
Like the
Shatter
whole
of Chernobyl,
series.
Stalker.
Yeah, that's Stalker.
I got all 3 of them. I think I bought it in a Steam sale for like $5.
I did that today. It wasn't that cheap, but I bought it in a Steam sale. So
It's because those summer sales are like freaking crack cocaine. It's the reason why I'm happy my library is as full as it is now, because I can't buy any more. It's, oh look, Doom is on. Oh, I already own Doom. Oh look, I already own that.
Yup.
Oh look, I already own that.
So the other thing is at the end of that series, I need to figure out a specific thing, but I have a giveaway for people, for PC gamers, because in the Humble Bundle there was the whole Dark Souls series for PC, and I've had it for a while. So at the end of the Stalker series, I'll be giving away the Dark Souls series.
To who?
So here are the rules of the giveaway.
Please tell me so that I do not meet them in any way, shape, or form, and will me never have to play any of those games.
You need to, 1, be present for all 3 games. Not throughout the whole thing, obviously, because it's going to be, quite some time. But you need to be present for at least 1 stream during each of the games.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
2, you need to be present when I complete the last game.
Okay.
And 3, there will be a keyword for the giveaway.
Who's wearing the pants?
But
If you know what that means, thank you for listening as long as you have.
also, to anyone who keeps using the hashtag free Hurgleman, thank you.
Yes.
It makes my day when I see that.
It's so stupid.
It's such a good times. Oh my god. Also, it needs to stop auto-correcting at here as at the reverse pro gamer. So when I can actually do these fucking posts here for this, or sum ups, that we can actually get it fucking done. Alright, so you posted yours there. James, you need to send me a name as well, and I need to come up with a name because I didn't have one.
Oh yeah,
So-
that's right. I have to name it.
Yep. But I've been playing.
Your mama
I'm playing
don't
those.
know.
I've been playing those. I played a lot of Dungeon Master for Fragged Empire Simulator. I've been working on a new monthly campaign, which I want to talk to all of our friendos here on if they want to do a stream of it for everyone as well, and how we want to go about doing that. If
Is it-
so,
This is Kovac. He's kind of a tool.
which there are details I need to discuss with you about him too.
Okay.
But we can save that for later. But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
I should have called my band Is This a Direction?
Yeah, no. By the way, your mama don't know is YOMAMADONKNO.
I'll need you to type that at me at some point.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
Because
and-
because we can't be bothered with ending the words correctly.
No direction would have been funny as well. Cheers, Michael. But also, we have to say, if you don't mind, James, I'll go on to my one. What we've been playing.
Yeah. I always go last. Come on, Corby Town report.
Yeah, this is a good point. The Football Manager Corby Town update comes last. But Michael, first of all, we have to say, we lower our heads and give a moment's silence because Michael was playing with us on for Burnout over the weekend and during into the week because I platinumed it and so did Red Reigns. Okay, Rob. Carl's on his way to platinuming it. Tim is now on his way to platinuming it. So we had a group of us in, and while we were playing online, Michael's game crashed and corrupted his save. So he lost 30 hours of game time to this crash. And it's heartbreaking when you hear it if you're playing a single player game for it, and it has no online. But when you're playing it online with your friends and it happens there, that's just gutting. So yeah, Michael went to hell with this and traded it in rather than going for the platinum, which I can understand. It's very, very, very annoying when that happens, because I had that happen with me with Dragon Age. My hard drive went down and I lost the hours.
That happened with me with Final Fantasy X. I had all the weapons, all the maximum stuff, and my game corrupted 40 hours in on the final sin fight.
Rob was playing Burnout as well on the PS3. Went for the platinum there. Got down to one trophy, getting the Burnout Elite trophy. It glitched on him. And
Just to make a quick interruption, I'm renaming the Meet the Parents or the Wholesome One or whatever we're calling it. I'm renaming it the Family Man,
fair enough.
just so that it's easier to fit for the characters for posting this post.
That's fine.
Fair enough, that's cool. So Platinum's Burnout is great. That's awesome. Also, completed another game on stream, the Room 2, after a little bit of annoyance. The final puzzle, I was trying to work out where we go next to try and find the next piece to move along. And I looked at the handy hints. The handy hint said, it's next to the metal liquid to the right of the window. I'm looking around, I can't see any. And this is Bowl sitting on like a desk where the actual liquid is. It's like, well, that's not very handy or helpful hint, is it? But we got through it. We did it. We completed it. Almost completed Kingdom Hearts 2.5 now. I think I'm down to the last couple of bosses. And there's like a little graveyard bit where Organization 13 is. So I took out one little boss, and I've got to go for another one. Some guy came in to the stream while I was playing an extra sermon to try and get further on. And he goes, "I'll go face Sephiroth." So I did, and got the shit kicked out of us handily still, even though I'm like level 50, 55 at the time. So I just went, nope, fuck that, and just carried on with the story. They soon left after that for some reason. But also, say last weekend was Lucky Mucky Ducky's first ever stream with us, and she streamed Monster Hunter World, which is always a good time. Four of us running around just killing more monsters. Great time was had. But the only other big thing I've been playing is Ratchet and Clank, the PS4 one that was based around the film. It's a good game. I like it. I don't like the boss at the end here. That's caused me issues to try and stop me complete the game. But the rest of it, I have no complaints on it. It's quite funny. Yes, it's more based towards kids, but there is that element that makes it tough. So yeah, so really good so far. Quite like it. But that's all I've been playing, matey. So it's over to yourself, James.
Okay, everybody. What I have actually been playing this week, I have played Assassin's Creed Origins because I got it and I was able to play it a little bit yesterday, and I enjoy it. I got to figure it out a little bit more, but I've been having fun with it. I've also been playing Surviving Mars because I've been surviving Mars because simulationist games are kind of my thing. I've also been playing Tom Clancy's The Division. The work that they have done on that game has made it very fun. And if you don't own it right now, you can actually get it on Steam for like $10. Because all the updates they've done since it's come out are free. You don't have to pay for any of the DLC or anything. And if you're looking for like an open world looter shooter that has a decent, solid community, it's a way to go. And it's making me excited for them talking about Destiny 2 coming out. And by Destiny 2, I mean the Division 2, because Destiny 2 is in a weird limbo state right now, as most of Destiny 1 was. And obviously, I got Ni no Kuni 2, which I will be streaming, and only streaming. This is not a game I will play anything else but streaming. So whenever I feel the urge to play it, I will just get on stream and play it. So there's no set time for this. There's no set that. I will just jump on and say, "Hey, I'm streaming Ni no Kuni. Come and join if you want." Because I'm really going to want to enjoy the heck out of that game. Besides from that, this is the part of the show where I say, "Hello, everybody." This is normally where we talk about the Corby Town report. But obviously, big news with Corby Town is that we're no longer doing that save. Corby Town is finished. We hit the end. We're about to move on to Tigwhippies FC, and I'm getting that in the works to get going. But I do have one important question to ask all of our fans here, which is this, and I think I'm going to go with this. I believe what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the current save that we have of Corby Town, with Corby being the top of the top in the Premier League. And I'm going to start Tigwhippies FC from the year 2028 and we're in the lower league. And our goal is to make it to the Premier League and beat Corby Town, who's sitting on the top right now. That's the goal. Future me is going to leave Corby Town, come to Tigwhippies FC and take them on. And rise to the top and beat them. So that's your Corby Town report, not 15 minutes as usual. And if you could give people a little dab, a taste, if you will, of what to expect for the kind of craziness that we're creating with this little bit of save.
So are you saying streams are plenty are coming to Tigwhippies?
Yes, yes. Also because I can let you guys all know, because I gave my 2 weeks. I will be starting a new job that is going to give me more regular hours, which means I can actually set a schedule. With the obviously blessing of my girlfriend, hopefully there will be more schedule going forward.
Well, I also want to point out as well that with the episode 100 coming up very, very soon now, and the goal that we were looking to do from there, the tickets for EGX have gone on sale. And the Super Pass stuff is £70 for 4 days. Or if you get 1 or 2 days, you can get like £23 for the Thursday and Friday. That's each. Or 27 for the Saturday and Sunday. So if you go for the Super Pass, you'll be making a saving. And if you're a Virgin Media customer, you can save even more. But yeah, so what we were discussing about episode 100 and the drive we were looking to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's some of the bits you can both look at now to get some, get some idea of what sort of goal we would need.
And just a quick aside, while James sends me his picks, what they're from, and the team name in a Discord message to my Discord messages.
Let me just remind everybody.
Either or, it doesn't really matter.
It's in the admin chat.
Is it? Okay, never mind. But I'm gonna keep with this little aside anyways. Don't forget, everybody, if you have Twitch Prime, you can also subscribe to your favorite creators, which, whomever they be, show them your appreciation with 1 free month of subscription. Get those delicious emoticons.
Chris, how do you do that? Please tell me, how can I subscribe to somebody with Twitch Prime?
So, how you do that is easy. You have 1 free month,
right,
and it cycles through.
Right.
If you do not have Twitch Prime, but you have Amazon Prime,
right,
all you gotta do is you gotta go and
right,
you gotta click on that whole Twitch Prime thing,
right,
and link your Amazon and Twitch accounts together, and then slap that subscribe button, and you say, let me use my goddamn miracle of a free month and let this beautiful person bathe in the riches of their hard-earned labor.
So what you're saying is that I can support my favorite content creator stream just for the fact that I already have Amazon Prime.
I'm right.
And I can use awesome emotes that other artists have created for these said users, such as that is being spammed everywhere in the channel, and also maybe ones for even this channel.
Yes, you incompetent fuck.
My God, this is all news to me.
Wow.
Holy mackerel. I'm going to now clip this and use this as our in the opening as an ad.
Do it. Do it. Do
I
it. Do
really
it.
hope you keep the yes, you incompetent
Competent fool. Of course.
Because hell yeah, and you know.
I'll have to see about getting us a cameraman for next time I'm in Connecticut, and then we just actually do like a little commercial for it.
And it doesn't have to be us, even though it would be nice if you did take your kindness to do a subscription.
We're saying your favorite creators, and if we are not your favorite, well, I'm sorry. What can we do better?
What can we do better? We have a Discord. We have there's actually a suggestion box below the stream.
Yeah.
We do take suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
We do also take trolling and criticism very well, and in some cases have turned trolls back to normal people.
Especially the Ghost of Hitler.
The Ghost of Hitler chatbot.
That was great.
Who was really chill for like being a troll. The Ghost of Hitler's chatbot. He was not a bad bot, not a bad chatbot, not a bad guy.
No, not at all.
He's just misunderstood.
Absolutely, he's misunderstood. And by the way, if you would like to spread your love around various other content creators, there are plenty of them in this chat right now that I'm sure are also well deserving of your Twitch Prime subscription.
Like, for example, I shall give the shout outs because we might as well give the shout outs to Punisher Gaming TV, T. Paulin, KBA Vera, FM Fox, and also Reese's Wave.
Also, some other good friends that will be hopefully affiliated soon: Polo and Sam, and Ulysses. I will.
If you haven't checked them out already, please do. They're both very fun individuals and a blast to hang around. They are in James and my monthly D&D campaign, and soon to be Fragged Empire. I'm gonna drop a little bit of a little advertisement for Fragged Empire. Is a good guy, fun guy.
And also, the lady who joins us on a Saturday night for the streams now, really Lucky Mucky Ducky. If you're not already following her, give her a follow. Help her get to affiliate status in terms of followers. Because we can do that sort of stuff, and we're awesome, aren't we?
Yeah, we are nice people. We as a community are good people. Not just us here, but you in the chat. Viewers like you who make this happen. I don't normally look at the camera that much, and I'm really confused usually which one is which camera. So hi, this is the camera. Hi you. Yes, viewers like you make this work. Make this a lot of fun to do every day.
There would be no us
Friday.
without you.
There would be. It would just be the three of us doing this thing just with ourselves. And though that's fun, sometimes you like to do it with other people, and that makes things more fun. Take that where you would.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh my. You know what
I see
meant.
where you're taking it.
The follow-up to the stream can be found on www.pornhub.com/TGWPIS.
That'll be the 200 subscribers, wouldn't it?
200 subscribers.
Yep.
Specifically subscribers, not followers.
200 subscribers at the same time. That's the key thing.
Concurrent.
Yeah, concurrent. That's the word I was looking for, but my brain didn't know if that was the right word to use.
I don't know how my brain jumped to that. Innuendo, yeah. Pete Paulin, innuendo. You've been here long enough. You know what we do. You know.
In your endo.
Oh God, Will, come on, man. Me and Chris go down to that level. You don't. You're supposed to keep the moral high ground.
Ladies and gentlemen, James is now the moral high ground.
That is a bad place for me to be.
This is a sad day for Tigwhippies.
There has been like 2 streams where I was the moral high ground, and it was really weird.
And one of them was when Will wasn't here.
And I was confused, and I just was like, what am I doing? I need to
I
make
think
it.
the other one was a Regis stream.
Yeah, no, because obviously, if you think I'm an enabler for Chris, Regis is a huge enabler for Chris.
We need to get him on again soon.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Basically, we just need to we usually drag him here kicking and screaming. That's how we handle. That's
he usually just starts his stream and he goes, "Oh God damn it, Chris."
That's actually usually how we get most of our guests on the stream.
Mm-hmm. We used to use older methods, trank dart, dark room, and
Basement.
a lot of hypnosis. Yeah.
Basement, yeah.
That's how we got Chris on the stream. Way back when.
No.
Pre-episode
recall,
1.
So remember that one was the experimental test for bugs in the system. We had to make sure that no one could get out, so we had to figure out how each of us would get out.
Right.
Because before that, there was just the basement, and you tried. And then we had to QA test it further, get more minds figuring out puzzles. It's QA testing. That's all it is. That's all that was. But we played it like a little ARG there. So hashtag free Hurgleman.
And maybe one day we'll get FemFox on as a guest.
We will try.
Also, don't forget to check out our delightful artist, Demon Star 13.
True.
I don't remember if she spells it with 2 R's in Twitch or not. I don't think she does. But my little face icon, dude, that was made by her, and she makes it really fast. It was literally 3 days when I made the request, and then it was there. It's good shit. Go buy her stuff.
Mine was Ulysses.
Also good shit. Go buy her stuff.
Yeah, go buy her stuff.
And Chris Beanhead was the one who did mine at the start. And
Also
my
good
avatar.
shit. Go buy his stuff.
Yeah. Go do it. Go talk to him. Go, I want some stuff. And he'll go, here's how much it is. And you go, and you don't go, oh, that's crazy. I don't want to pay that. I want to give you exposure. You don't do that. You go, well, that's reasonable. How would you like me to pay you?
Or you go, fuck, I'm poor as shit. Like I tend to.
Or you could be like me, where there goes, hey, I'm drawing your character. What does he look like? I go, this is great. Can I pay you for this? No, I'm doing this because I want to. Great. But can I still give you money for this? No, I'm doing this because I want to. Can I buy you food? Yes, you may buy me food. Great. What food do you like?
Well, as Gio says, you can also check out our art section of Discord as well.
Yes. By the way, FemFox, that was kind of made because you talked about spamming art, and now you can spam art.
Do it.
Do it.
Just throw it everywhere.
So that's it, really, for us, isn't it?
That's pretty much it.
Yep.
Oh, no, there's one more thing. No, more thing. The trophy thing. The trophy challenge with Gio and myself.
Oh, there might be one other thing as well that might be.
Yes,
but
so
anyways, go on.
We're heading up towards now 8 weeks into this. We're on week 7. And last week, we've been hitting the trophies and hitting them hard. Because I mean, let's see what 39. 53 trophies for myself this week, and Gio is doing quite well as well. So 46 as well. It's like, yeah. So it's roughly moving along quite nicely. I'm down to like 686. So I did pass the milestone of 9,300. And Gio has 2,072 trophies left. So it is closing. He is slowly closing the gap. So I'm going to have to step it up more to avoid having to do a stream of a game that I don't like for an hour. Because I've got an idea or two in mind what I could have Gio playing for an hour. Certain panda game, maybe.
Oh no.
So yeah, so that's it. That's my trophy bit. You got something, Chris? As you were going to do?
So this one's a little bit political, maybe not. But it's in the realm of internet jokes and things of that nature. So, ooh, That looks delicious. Okay. That's fine. So, the other day, a little while back, a guy on the internet, going by Count Dankula, got... Oh, God. There you go. He was sued by someone for making a Nazi joke in a video, where he said, and I believe the quote was, "Gas the Jews," and the little pug, his pug, would raise its paw. Yeah, and he did that to piss off his girlfriend. And as just a little, like, to some people, that might be funny. To others, might not be, but that's okay. You know, comedy is subjective, but it's very clearly a joke. And the other day, he was just convicted
of a hate crime.
Of a hate crime under the broadcasting laws, saying that what he did was grossly offensive.
Which, when you stand it up for things like Monty Python back in the day, it is up there. I mean, the reason I think they put it as grossly offensive was because he kept, from what I understand, and I didn't see the video, is he basically kept repeating the phrase "gas the Jews," and for to see the video of the pug raising its paw.
Yeah, it was a couple minutes, 1 or 2, I believe, but it was like his girlfriend doing something around the house, and the pug would eventually walk up to her, and he would just spring it, and she'd just get pissed off at him. The whole thing was him just kind of trolling his girlfriend a little bit.
So,
and
he got
go ahead.
He got in trouble for doing something that PewDiePie has done on the regular.
That so many people have done on the regular.
Yeah, it's very weird how he's been picked out of this one. I mean, I know there's apparently the rise of neo-Nazism coming back in the UK, which is not great. But I don't think it should have gone this far.
Precisely.
Considering other people haven't been done for the same thing. Now, if other people had been done for the same thing, then you could argue, well, they're keeping it consistent, and it's not consistent. Do I think he may have went too far with the vernacular he used? Maybe repeating it. Yeah, he could potentially could have said other things in there instead. So he got convicted. He has been found guilty. He will be sentenced on April the 23rd.
Mm-hmm. But there are other things. Here's the thing. If you look around and you see some of that, there are crimes of much more atrocious things that people have just ignored under the guise of it's too much trouble, but yet they do this shit. And it's just like slap him with like a $500 fine, he'll certainly learn his lesson. Yeah. If anything, for disturbance of the peace. Because that's what it is. But here's the thing, his girlfriend's not the person who sued him. It was someone else, I believe.
I think it's to do with Police Scotland who did it. I mean, Fox is saying I could argue that some is at some point the first to be convicted of something. So while others haven't been, there's always a first. He just happens to be the first, and she agrees it's still stupid. I mean, the things that made me go oof a little bit more was the fact that there was a couple of people defending him who are, now brace yourself, people. One of them is a bona fide Class A cunt. Okay, now it's a very weird day that they're taking the moral high ground. Really is a bad day when they're the ones who take the moral high ground.
Like me, when I take the moral high ground. Things have gone very wrong.
But here's the sad thing, is that there are people out there claiming that, like, he really should be convicted of this. And it's just like, he's making a joke and you can be pissed off about it. You can be offended. And yeah, no, he certainly could have taken things too far with the particular choosing of words. But at the same time, it's not like he was, like, invoking anything. He wasn't like trying to get anyone to do anything.
Hmm.
All he was doing was getting a reaction out of someone. He was
Yeah.
just doing classic trolling.
And unfortunately, the wrong person have seen it and just went, oh, no, and they decided to take it further. It's just weird because a lot of people online have. It's very polarizing, this one. Very, very polarizing, this one.
The problem is that it shouldn't be.
Mm.
That's like, I may not like what anyone is saying. I may not like something that someone's saying. But like Voltaire, I will defend the hell out of your right to say it.
Unless it does incite violence, then it crosses that line of.
Yeah, that's the like. It's not a call to action to do any harm to anyone.
Yeah.
If you're calling action to do harm to someone, like, and then even still, it might be context sensitive too. Like, if you're calling action to take down the regime in North Korea, that's a call to violence that I think is justifiable. But then, I mean, like, I don't fight if you don't have to. If there's ways to go around it, go through those avenues. But that would be an example of a call to violence that is justifiable.
Yeah.
But like, oh, fishes are attacking. But like, calling out like actual like kill all of X race or do something like that, that is not justifiable.
Yeah. And I think
But again, it has to be in context,
that's
too.
why.
Like,
I think
it has
that's
to be in
why, because they
context.
said that he chose that line, and that's where they went. Okay, that's too far.
Right.
That's
But again, it needs to be in context. Like, he's not calling to action. If someone's calling to action for that, like if they're like, yeah, go out and do that, do it now. Like, grab your whatevers and go do a thing, and do a terrible thing. That is justifiable to say, no, you're not allowed to do that. Sit down, get out. But like, for example, if I just go hashtag kill a white man, like, there's some context to that. Is me making kind of a parody of some of these things. There's context to the actual words, but that doesn't seem to be a thing anymore in this era of
Safe space.
I wasn't gonna say it, but in this era of internet communication, people are just rip everything out of context. Like the whole PewDiePie, like getting shut down. He's like, oh look, he's a neo-Nazi. He's a Nazi. Look at him dressed up like a Nazi. The whole joke was that YouTube were training people to be Nazis.
And it really just fueled what he was doing to do it more, to prove a point.
I'm a Nazi.
But
But it's, yeah, I mean, it almost reminds me of stuff that things like Chris Morris used to do. In terms of, he used to push the buttons of the media. He really did. Like having he did a show called Brass Eye, and one of the show topics was drugs, and he basically made shit up, completely up, and he made a drug called cake, and he even called it a made up drug, right there, to people, and somehow he managed to get an MP to talk about it in Parliament about getting this made up drug stopped coming into the UK, and then when they found out about it, it was just. He got a tongue lashing for it. He really did. But that wasn't the thing that got him fired for his job. It was the subliminal message he put in the final episode of the series of Brass Eye that flashed up for a few seconds that got him fired. But yeah, it's with that line, should he be jailed for this? That's a bit much. Community service, maybe, which I think will be the sensible option out of this. I think would be the better choice. But yeah, as Fox says, I think it was stupid place in the for that kind of joke to be made. However, that's just her feelings. She doesn't think anyone should be convicted for shitty jokes. That's fair. It's very fair. Very fair response.
Yeah, like I said, I don't. It's whatever to me, as far as the content itself. But it's a matter of like, now you can literally go to jail for making jokes about Nazis. Like that's the world we live in now.
Yeah, you're welcome to it. And so, on that sour note, shall we call it there?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think we're having problems.
Okay. Are we having? I don't think we're having problems. I don't see any issues.
It's showing offline to me on Twitch, so
No,
Oh yeah, we're off. We're offline.
I still show that we're sending bits out.
very weird. Why
Oh,
show-
it's back.
There we go. There we go. There we go. We are back. Anyway, so
We're
yeah, so
back. Just in time to say goodbye.
on that rather sour and dour note, I think we should call it a night. I've been Lardteamaker. You can find me across the board. This has been James Atkinson.
I'm on Tig Whippies.
And I'm the Hurgleman everywhere.
And so, yeah, we are back. Just as we're going to say goodnight. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Awesome. You're all wonderful, wonderful people. We shall catch you next week. For now, good night.
Bye bye.
James and I are playing Heroes of the Storm soon.
Yeah, soon. I have to go eat dinner.
Yep.
Because you're a nerd.
You have to eat dinner because you're a nerd. Brilliant.
Go sleep.
Really.
Go eat dinner. We'll go sleep. Everyone else, have a lovely evening. If you're going to be awake, feel free to swing by. And if you're not going to be awake, well, I hope you dream of us.
Have a good night, everybody.